What's up, fam? It's Dr. O here, Omekongo the Binga here, BikramYogaWorks, Abbey City. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be demonstrating a series of different moves that you can do to work different parts of the body. I'm not going to focus on going hard right now. What I'm going to focus on is talking about the form, because we want to make sure that you're doing proper form when you're at home, and of course when you come back to class. We do our best to correct form in class, but obviously we can't catch everything, so this is a great time. So we're going to start off with the leg work, and one of the things that we say in class when we're doing some of the leg moves, if there's anything going on with the knees, then you can also do calf raises. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you 2 calf raise options, right? So I'm here, I'm standing here, and all I'm doing right now is I got my body straight, I got my stomach in, I'm looking ahead, and I'm just coming down and up. I'm coming down and up. And this is a move that you can do to work your calves. I mention this often in class. So whenever things are going on with the knees, especially for those of y'all who might be new to hot Pilates or any other type of high intensity workout, just give yourself that calf raise. The goal of hot Pilates and other workouts is to work that particular body part at the time. So this is a great thing that you can do as it relates to the leg. Now another option that I do give you in class, and other teachers have given in class as well, is to stand and then walk. Now this is something you can do anywhere. Both moves that you can do them anywhere in your home. Your body is straight. You don't want to focus on leaning and wobbling. The core, hot Pilates, core workout, Pilates, core workout, all workouts, yoga is all about the core. So focus on those types of things, and that's going to help you get those calves working, all right? So even if you don't have any knee issues, this is a great exercise to do. All right, now the next thing we want to look at is we want to look at the lunge, right? And we want to look at the proper form in the lunge. And I know when the class is going on and the music is bumping and everything, you may not be focusing so much on the corrections, but let's look at that. How can we correct our lunge form here, right? Now, when we do these lunges, a lot of challenges that people have with the lunges is twofold. There's 2 main things that we see. So let's focus on that. Number 1, there's a lot of this rocking forward. We don't want that. These knees coming over the toes like that damages your knee. We want good form. We want to straighten out that leg here, and we want to focus on an up and down motion as opposed to a forward motion. So I got my stomach in, I'm here, I'm coming down, I'm coming up. I'm coming down, I'm coming up. Now if the mirror was right here, I'm better able to check to see where my leg is going, to make sure that it's not going forward. But you want that stomach in, you want to come down, you want to come up, you want to be feeling it right in here. So if I was to come here and then switch and then come down, I'm here, right? I'm checking this to make sure I'm not going forward, that the knees don't track over the toes. I want that alignment, and then I want to come down. And I want to bring it back and make it burn. Now, depending on where you are, of course, you could always come lower. But as we always say in class, we want to challenge ourselves, not hurt ourselves. Now, the next move we're going to do after this lunge, make sure you're exhaling on the way down. Exhale, exhale, always breathing, stomach in, and you're going down, all right? So check that form. Make sure you're not going back and forth. Make sure you're going up and down, and check those knees, because we want to keep the knees healthy, right? So another thing that you can do, now this one is kind of weird because people don't usually do this in class a lot, but this one I like to add, because you can also get some core work in here at the same time. Now, what we're gonna do here, and this is really great for y'all who are the dancer, yogi people who can really get really flexible, but this works for anybody because you're gonna feel it anywhere, everywhere, depending on how you can go. So check it. I got my right leg up. Again, no mirror, so I can't see how high it really is. But what I wanna do here is I don't wanna rock back. I wanna keep my stomach in. I don't wanna lean forward. And check it. You're gonna start to feel the burn right here. If you give me 10 of these, here, check it. Kick, you're gonna feel it right there. I feel it already off the first one. Bring it in. You wanna focus on keeping the knee in place, because it's gonna wanna fall. Wherever you are, it's going to wanna fall. So we don't want this. See that? That's not gonna get it, right? So even if your leg only goes here because you're not used to doing this move, you're gonna feel it here. If you're only here and you're used to it, you're gonna feel it here. You can get it up as high as you can, and then straighten it out, keeping that leg straight, and then bring it in. that's really gonna burn as well. So coming here to that other side, keeping that knee straight. You don't wanna rock back, too easy to rock back. We don't want that. Point those toes out, stomach in, body straight, come up. Kick and hold, keep the other leg straight. Kick and hold. So that's another leg move that you can do. I'm gonna give you another leg move that you can do here. I'm gonna come down, check this out. Now, I'm gonna do it this way, then I'm gonna do it sideways so you can see as well. I'm coming down. I got my arms folded, parallel to the floor. You're gonna feel it in the left leg, but I'm moving the right leg. Push that butt back, come down, and then raise as you're staying low. Raise as you're staying low. Now, my foot's touching the ground. Yours doesn't have to touch the ground. You can do it that way as well, but you're gonna feel it here. So you wanna come down. We're gonna go left leg here as well. Now as the left leg comes up, you're gonna feel it in the right leg. Coming down, and I'm lifting. Arms parallel to the floor. Lift it. Lift it. Stomach in. Butt down. Feeling good? We can go even lower. Why not? Just breathe. Exhale on the lift. Exhale on the lift. Another good move you can do for the legs at home. So as you can see, there are lots of ways that you can work your legs in hot Pilates, but most importantly, that form is going to matter because we don't want you wasting your exercise. Let's talk about the squat, right? So there's lots of ways that you can do squats. Sometimes you'll find people in class doing the plie squats. You know, the toes are going out, right? Now, even when you're doing that, sometimes we do a modification in class, bringing those heels up, stomach in, right? And then coming down, coming up, coming down, coming up. You're gonna feel that more in here. And again, we always say this in class. When you lean forward, you don't get the leg work that you want. So I got the toes out this way, right? But now, and also check how the butt doesn't go back as far when I'm doing that. Coming down, so I'm focusing on a different area. Now here, I have my toes facing forward. Here's another challenge when we do the squats. A lot of us, when we do them, we're doing this. Look at those knees. Coming forward. And we want to feel like just because we're moving, we're doing the work. But no, we want to brace the core, feet facing forward. We want to push the butt back like we're going down into that chair. Head and chest up. We want to come down, come up, push it back, come up. Notice, I'm not here. I'm not feeling anything there. So come down with me. You can give a little thrust at the top if you want. You can add a little calf raise in there at the top if you want. But the main thing is to get in that work in the back, checking that form there. And then of course, one of the things we love to do in class with that, just to play around with that, is to squat a little bit as well. So those are some of the leg moves that we can do. These are some of the leg moves you can try at home. I gave you about 5 or 6 of those. And now we want to move on to some ab work. Let's get some ab work in right now because it's hot Pilates. That's what we got to do. Now, one of the things we have to do when we're talking about the abs, we always talk about the importance of making adjustments. In the beginning of hot Pilates, we always talk about, one of the things we do in the intro is we say, put your right fingers under your lower back, not the entire part of your hand, but just the fingers so you can feel the natural curve of your spine. The curve of your spine can be very important because the flatter you can get your back depending on the exercises, the less pressure it's going to put down there. So one of the things we always say in class, whenever you got something going on, you can always go to your default with the crunches because it puts the less amount of pressure here. But there are lots of ways we can do those as well. So I'm here. I'm going to demonstrate a wide range of crunches you can do right now. So I'm here. I'm just coming up. I'm coming down. I'm exhaling. Coming down. What I'm not doing is I'm not pulling on my neck to drag myself up. I'm keeping my arms wide. Primarily doing work with the upper abs here. One option you could also do if you want to start to incorporate the lower abs, you can bring your feet up, keep them parallel to the floor. You don't even have to move them. But the more you take off of the ground, the more you're isolating that particular body part. Exhaling. Exhaling. No pulling on the neck. All right? Now, what I'm going to do with the next move is I'm going to pull it in together. I'm going to be moving the top of my body as well as moving my legs, right? So now I'm down here. You have to be mindful of you have to pay attention to that lower back. I'm pushing it in right now. I'm here. Now I'm coming in. Also look at my shoulders. You see the shoulders are coming off of the ground as I'm squeezing in. They're coming off of the ground as I squeeze in. Sometimes people are here, but when you're here, you're doing too much work to bring your knees in. You're not getting the even aspect of it. Also, pay attention to your legs when they stick out, because if you have lower back issues, for example, the lower you go, the more pressure you're putting here. So if you have to bring it here, that's fine. That's completely fine, but push that back into the ground to alleviate some of that pressure. Now what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna start to incorporate the obliques with that same move. So I gave you round 1, beginner, 2 was intermediate, we put the legs up a little bit, 3 was a little bit more advanced, and now it's like another form of advance when we're adding in the obliques here, right? So I'm here. Fully straightening the leg, touching the opposite leg. So now upper abs, lower abs, obliques, all working. Head and chest up a little bit. All working. So those are some ab moves. I got some other ones, but as it relates to those ones, again, stomach in, exhaling as you contract in any way, shape, or form, pushing that lower back into the ground. So here's another one that you can do. It's very popular for many people. Now here's another thing we say in class as well. Make sure that you're hearing this, right? We always say, if you need support for your back, we don't say put your hands on your back. We say put your hands under your butt to give you that support there. So now I'm coming into the leg lift. So some people, no issues, got their hands on the side. They're coming down, they're exhaling up. They're coming down, this is lower ab exercise, they're exhaling up. Some people want to incorporate the upper part as well, exhaling up. Now as I was saying, anything going on with the back, give your support here. I got a little triangle action going on under my butt right now, and then I'm coming down and I'm exhaling up. I'm coming down. Right now, I don't feel like doing any stressful work on my neck, so my neck is on the floor as well as my head. You want to get a little upper ab work going as well, you can exhale there. Note also that my feet are not touching the ground. My feet are not touching the ground, and I'm exhaling on the way up. Now there's lots of things you can do here. So I'm here, you can alternate. That's another option. So those are some of the things you can do as it relates to your legs. You could also come up. One of the things we like to do in class as well often is the scissors. I got my stomach in, I'm coming back, I'm bringing my hands on the floor here. Remember, sometimes we're back here. We don't want to do that. Have those hands next to you or as far as you can go or in the air. But here, I'm just up and I'm cross, 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 legs are straight. So those are some ab moves that you can do at home at any time of the day. You can get up and do that. Now I'm gonna get to some other body parts I like working out. I think we're gonna spend some time right now doing one of my favorite parts of the class is doing some chest work. So we're gonna get some push-up action going. Now remember, with the push-ups, we'll also look at some planks as well and some different types of planks that you can do, and that can also be helpful for you as well. But let's get into some of the push-ups. Now, remember with the push-ups, when you're doing your push-ups, pay attention to whether your elbows are closer to the rib cage or if they're out. The closer they are, you of course are going to feel it in your chest, but you're also going to feel it more in your triceps. So you have to pay attention to that as well when it comes to doing the push-ups. So right now, and one of the things we also talk about in class, and you need to pay attention to this when we're talking about it in class, not just with the push-ups, but with the planks as well. A lot of times when people who do knee push-ups or knee planks of any sort, they automatically come down and put their knees here. But that's not giving you the full range of form. So if you see where my knees are now what I'm gonna do is what I want you to do in class and at home, I want you to straighten your legs fully and then put the knees down. There's a space difference there. Because when you're ending up out here, what you end up doing is you kind of give a little bit of this. We don't want that. We want good form. So even if you know you're going to do the work on your knees, start in a plank, then bring the knees down. And it's a whole different story as it relates to the up and down motion as opposed to going back and forth. We don't want that. So here I am, I'm coming here, I got my back here, body straight, I'm coming down. Stomach in. Look straight down at the floor. Basic push-ups there right now. You say you want to do some advanced type things just to mix up your push-up form. There's lots of things that you can do. Fine, you want to incorporate some of the planks and mix it up a little bit. That's what I do. So let's get it in, let's get it. Now also, remember, if you have anything going on with your wrist, a little fracture or anything like that, one way to take the pressure off of that, obviously the knees takes pressure off of that, but you can also make a fist here and do some of that as well. So here I am, I got one leg up. All right? Then I can switch. Or I can alternate. Still keeping the form. Sometimes when you get tired, you find yourself peeling out yourself off the bat, and that's not really gonna work. Let me give you one other alternate type of push-up you can do. Then we'll look at some planks, and then we'll call it a day. Maybe get some glute moves in there as well. Why not? Hot Pilates. So, here, if you wanna come with me, you can do that. So check it out. I'm here, I'm coming down, and I'm lifting, forcing my butt to stay down. Forcing it. Now, if that doesn't work for you, here you go. Come up. Come up. Or come up. Come up. What we're doing is we're challenging ourselves to be on less than 4 limbs. You can come up to 2, you can come up to 1, you can come up to 3. We always say in class, challenge yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Now let's look at some planks. Biggest challenge we see in planks in our classes, every teacher will tell you this, is here. So much of this. Elbow, shoulder, alignment. Again, no mirror in front of me, but I'm gonna do my best to wing it. I'm here, elbow, shoulder, alignment. I'm looking between my hands. Check out my full body. I'm looking here. Body starts to bend. A lot of us like to look in the mirror, but the lower back starts to get compromised. We don't want that. We want neutral spine. I'm looking right between my wrists, basically. I got my stomach in. I'm pushing the heels back. And that helps me give me the form that I need. You want to go a little advanced? Start tapping the knees. But the stomach isn't. The stomach isn't. The stomach is in. All right? Or tap both. Come on. Tap both. Come on. Of course, you could always do a little hip rock action as well, but you gotta fight the butt to keep it down. You gotta fight the butt to keep it down. So those are some of the plank moves. Again, you have to make sure that the elbows are in line with the shoulders. If you're coming forward and the shoulders are in front or in back, you just complicate things. Now let's look at the side plank here. We'll focus on the left side. Same thing can happen. Here, it's not gonna get it. Here, it's not gonna get it. You're at home, use this time to focus on the form. I got the alignment. Elbow, shoulder, here, body, straight. One of the things we say, if you're back here, the butt's falling, that's not gonna get it either. So I'm here, you got options here. Option one, check it out. You're new to planks, or you get tired, I got my knee down, I got my body straight. Looking straight ahead. Stomach in. That's where you start to feel it. And of course, while you're there, you could always start to mix it up a little bit. Feeling good? Fully straighten out the legs. You don't want the top leg and back because it could be likely to fall back. So if you're not gonna stack them, put them in front. But if you're good with the stack, come up. Body straight. You want to pretend there's a wall here. You can't come down. You can dip if you want. That's an option. Come to the other side because we're about to do a couple of other things here. Just because we can. So I'm here. You want to go a little bit more advanced with it. Stomach in. Looking straight ahead. Now I'm here. And now I'm up. And I'm here. You also dip. Always options. There's always options. So that's some side work that you can do as it relates to the plank. Really important. Get that in there. Line that up. It should be coming almost natural to you the more you practice it. But those planks, extremely important to hot Pilates. Extremely important to hot Pilates. That's one of the main things that we do in class. As you know, those exercises are a minute long as well, sometimes longer. We get our plank giving on as well. So let's look at some glutes. Let's look at some glute work, the things we can do with the glutes as well. There's lots of things we can do with the glutes. Here is one of the ones that I use often in class. One of the things I do now, pay attention to my waist. This is an area of challenge, for me, that we all got challenges, right? When you're doing this move that I'm about to demonstrate, you want to fight to keep your waist from coming up, because the goal is to work the glutes. So here, I got my left leg here, and you got two options, right? First option, I'm just coming up and I'm coming down. I'm controlling it up and I'm controlling it down. I'm not coming up and then dropping. Coming up and then dropping. You want to fight up and down. Fight to keep that waist down. And so you can focus right there and start to feel it. Now the next option is you can keep the thigh in the air the whole time and go with a little bit of a pulse. So you come here and then you keeping it off the ground and you're pulsing. You're pulsing. Now when you do that, the right hip wants to come up, you gotta fight it to keep it down, and you pulse. Then 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 you pulse. And you start to feel it. And you start to burn. And you try to keep your waist down. Now, another thing that we love to do in class, of course, is the fire hydrants. A lot of us like to end classes with that as well. So let's demonstrate some of that. Working all of this here. So I'm coming here. I got my left elbow down. I got my right hand next to it. I got my knees together. Called the fire hydrants because this is what dogs do near fire hydrants, right? Knee stays off the ground. I'm coming up. I'm bringing it in. I'm coming up. I'm bringing it in. Coming up. And I'm bringing it in. Now, you want to get a little bit more advanced with it. You can plant that toe. You can take your left knee. You can take it off the ground. Because why keep it on the ground when you can take it off? I'm just saying. I'm here. Little extra balance move here. Little extra balance move here. But I'm still doing the same thing. Coming around. Other side here. Down. Coming up. Start to feel that. Start to feel that. Start to feel that. Start to feel it. Come up a little bit. Start to feel it. Start to feel it. Start to feel it. Lots of things that you can do as it relates to hot Pilates. I feel like I gotta give you something for the triceps, So I'm gonna give you something for the triceps, and then we're done calling it a day. Now, this is where you wanna feel that. Now remember, with the push-ups, you bring it in more, you get more triceps. But here's one that I like a lot. Now, I'm here. You love hot Pilates? Raise your hand. Okay, no, this is part of the move. So here, palm comes under my armpit, holding. Other arm comes across the body. So I'm here, almost like I'm getting ready to do a side plank, but I'm not. I am going to burn this out by straightening my right arm. You could also do this on your knee. Here, straighten it, come down. Little oblique work too, actually. Exhale. Fire. Other side. Coming in. Again, feel it, palm on the floor. Other arm cross. I'm here. Coming down. You want to fight to keep your feet on the ground. There's a lot of this that wants to go on. We're not doing that. We're here. Fight it. Slow. Form over speed. Form over speed. So there you have it, fam. Those are some of the moves that incorporate the different body parts and what we do in this thing we call Inferno Hot Pilates. Again, at home, you can make a circuit out of all of this. What we wanted to really do right here is really focus on that form, drilling down that form, getting that stomach in, getting the elbows under the shoulders, making sure that the heels are going back, making sure that the body's in alignment, making sure knees aren't tracking over the toes. These simple adjustments will make your hot Pilates experience not only a lot more fun, but a lot less painful, because like we say, we don't want you to hurt yourself, we want you to challenge yourself. So feel free, press rewind, focus on one particular body part in those moves, what area you want to focus on, whatever you want to do, we got it. There's going to be more videos coming like this. I might do a little bit more advanced type of things, so that if people want to take it to that next level, that's always an option as well. But once again, it's Dr. O here at BikramYogaWorks and Cryotherapy. See you next time. Peace.
Thank you so much for joining in. Have a great day.